Yasu Malagedo.
I'm on my fucking lunch break, okay?
Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Billy Bob Thornton.
And never mind the fact that if the whole world decided to go electric tomorrow, we don't have the transmission lines to get the electricity to the cities. It'd take 30 years if we started tomorrow. And unfortunately for your grandkids, we have a 120-year petroleum-based infrastructure. Our whole lives depend on it. And hell, it's in everything. That road we came in on, the wheels on every car ever made, including yours, it's in tennis rackets, and lipstick, and refrigerators, and antihistamines, pretty much anything plastic. Your cell phone case, artificial heart valves, any kind of clothing that's not made with animal or plant fibers, soap, fucking hand lotion, garbage bags, fishing boats, you name it. Every fucking thing. And you know what the kicker is? We're going to run out of it before we find its replacement.
It's the thing that's gonna kill us all. As a species.
Well, the thing that's going to kill us all is running out before we find an alternative. And believe me, if Exxon thought them fucking things right there were the future, they'd be putting them all over the goddamn place. Getting oil out of the ground is the most dangerous job in the world. We don't do it because we like it. We do it because we run out of options. And you're out here trying to find something to blame for the danger besides your boss. There ain't nobody to blame but the demand that we keep pumping it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a scene from the great TV show Landman. Of course, starring Billy Bob Thornton. And it's a pretty good speech, not going to lie. And of course, Billy Bob Thornton has given a lot of good performances over his long, lengthy TV and movie career. He's been doing it for quite some time, ladies and gentlemen. But I figure it'd be a good time to talk about him, because of the show Landman, and why not, And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I got to go to Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, because unlike oil, this is free. Okay, oil will never be free. It'll never be cheap either. But yeah, let's begin. Billy Bob Thornton, born August 4th, 1955, is an American actor, filmmaker, singer, and songwriter. He received international attention after writing, directing, and starring in the independent drama film Sling Blade, for which he won an Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay and was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actor. For his role in A Simple Plan, he was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. Thornton is known for his film roles in One False Move, Tombstone, Dead Man, U-Turn, Primary Colors, Armageddon, Monsters Ball, The Man Who Wasn't There, Intolerable Cruelty, Bad Santa, and Friday Night Lights. The Alamo. That sometimes I get in a groove there. I forget the comma. It happens. He has written a variety of films, including A Family Thing and The Gift, and has directed films such as All the Pretty Horses, Daddy and Them, and Jane Mansfield's Car. Thornton is also known for his roles on television, acting in the CBS sitcom Heart's Affair. Or is it a fire? No, it's a fire. Sorry, my bad. From 1992 to 1995. In 2014, he starred as Lauren Malvo in the first season of the FX anthology series Fargo, earning a nomination for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Miniseries or Movie, and winning a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor in a Miniseries or Television Film. From 2016 to 2021, He played Billy McBride in the Amazon legal drama series Goliath, which earned him a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, television series drama. In 2024, he began playing the lead role of Tommy Norris in the Paramount Plus series Landman. Thornton has released 4 solo albums and is the vocalist of the rock band The Box Masters. Thornton has been vocal about his distaste for celebrity culture, choosing to avoid the public eye. He has been married 6 times, including to Angelina Jolie from 2000 to 2003. Ladies and gentlemen, if I'm not one to speak on marriage because I've never been married. I believe in being happy, but if you're married to Angelina Jolie just for one day, consider yourself a very lucky man. But again, ladies and gentlemen, of course, you know it goes beyond just the dating history with Billy Bob Thornton. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff about him. So of course, I got to go on fascinate.com and look up some facts here. He's quoted as saying, "I am fairly embraced by the Hollywood community. And I love making movies and I love acting, but I'm not real crazy about the Hollywood system. So the fact that they embrace me is a shock to me because I tell them to kiss my ass all the time. I don't understand why they haven't thrown me out on my ear. The other thing is I don't participate much. I have very few friends within the movie community. I hang out with some guys I've known forever. They're all broke and eat me out of house and home. But I stay home mostly and I don't go to parties. Maybe that preserves me." There you go. So, I mean, yeah, he seems, like when you watch the newest series that he's in, Landman, I mean, it's almost like a piece of him in the sense, just, more about, like if this was Billy Bob Thornton in the oil industry, basically. And yeah, I mean, there's the term, what's it called, the son of the soil, which is basically, someone who grew up in kind of a country-esque like atmosphere, and just is that person that really is just a part of their surroundings where they grew up. I mean, they stay humble and I don't know. They don't want to really break out of that. And Billy Bob Thornton, yeah, he's a movie star, but at the same time, he's not like a movie star. Let's say like Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt. And I'm not judging any of those guys. I'm just saying like he's more just kind of like an average Joe kind of guy. So I think that's part of his appeal. What makes him cool. You know what I mean? So. It also says here, a lot of people who celebrate Christmas lose some of the spirit when they find out Santa Claus is not real. Well, I mean, look, fascinate.com. We're trying to keep the illusion here for kids here. I mean, Santa Claus is real. I mean, maybe, I don't know. You know what? He could be real. He may not be real. It's I mean, it depends on the religion too. I mean, I don't know. We're at the point where I don't know. You can't tell someone Merry Christmas, or else they they might tell you to go fuck themselves, which is not very Christmassy. But the point is, I don't know. Just try to keep this the spirit alive, huh? And then it says this realization usually comes when we are later in childhood, and for Thornton. This moment came around the age of 12 to be exact. Up until this point, he still believed that a man from the North Pole dropped off all the Christmas presents. The blindfold was peeled off when a classmate told him he was an idiot for still believing, leading to a fist fight to defend St. Nick's honor. Ironic, given what his intender as Bad Santa has done for the old Kris Kringle reputation. It's true. So maybe that's a part of why he ended up taking the role, because he was such a strong believer in Christmas. And good old Santa Claus, of course. It says here, Thornton usually shines away from the spotlight, but he couldn't really avoid it when he was dating Angelina Jolie, who could. Angelina Jolie, if you don't know, is a beautiful woman, good actress, the daughter of actor Jon Voight. A lot of people still don't know that, but yeah, Jon Voight kicks ass. We all know that. I don't think their relationship is the best. I don't mean to speak out of school here, but I mean, look, I remember when Angelina Jolie was going around, with her brother there, and I don't know, they were kind of making fun of that relationship there, and I don't know, she would carry like a vial of blood or something, or I don't know if it was Billy Bob Thornton's blood or brother's blood, or I don't know. She was a little, she was a little out there, for a bit. I think she's settled down over time, but I don't know. Teach his own. What are you gonna do? During their time together, the couple attracted even more attention when they started wearing small vials of each of. Okay, so it was his blood. Okay, got it. All right. Okay, I mean, either way, it's very vampire-esque. I mean, Thornton explained that the practice began while the two were both filming separate projects. He was doing Monsters Ball. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just point out that, again, if this isn't, like a win for, guys like me, I don't know who is. I mean, how many people, they're going, like, he's going out with Angelina Jolie while he's working on a movie with Halle Berry. Okay? I just want to point this out. I mean, sometimes, in life, you must do something spectacular. Maybe even in a past life, and then God's like, you know what, man, I'm gonna, first off, thank you for, defending my honor and, St. Nick's, but I'm absolutely gonna make it up to you, in the near future. So, my God, what an awesome life. And Jolie was doing Tomb Raider. Since the two didn't see each other much, Jolie suggested that they cut their fingers and use the vials to carry a little bit of each other with them. I heard a story once that if you visit Selma Hayek, again, I don't know if this is true, but if you go to her house, you have to eat a bug. You eat a bug, you carry a vial of blood around your neck. These are very small prices to pay to be around these women, ladies and gentlemen. It sounds wacky, but again, like if a guy did this, he'd probably be in jail. But if a woman does this, again, I don't want to get into the whole double standard stereotype here, but again, these are the sacrifices that guys make, and I think in this case we don't mind them. I think it's cool. It's fine. It's fine. I'm willing to do what you have to do. And like, there's that interview that they gave. I think they were on a red carpet or something like that, and I mean, they dressed very casual. It's not like they looked like they were on a red carpet. But again, you're with Angelina Jolie. Who cares? They're just being interviewed, and Billy Bob Thornton just said, "Yeah, we just had sex in the limo." And Angelina Jolie is like all over him, like just like kissing his neck, like while he's being interviewed. Ladies and gentlemen, if that does not build your confidence, I don't know what does. So again, it's phenomenal. Sometimes life is pretty good. Okay, so and then a lot of people always called Billy Bob Thornton untalented. Judging by the story I just said there, and if you could please Angelina Jolie in a limo, I don't know how untalented can you be, but we all wish we had the talent or the platform to become a Hollywood actor. Speak for yourself, Fascinate. I'm fine just being chill here. But according to Thornton, talent isn't an ingredient in his success. He credits a weird life and wild variety of experiences as the key to his abilities, saying he simply borrows emotions from his own past to bring characters to life. Some of his intense experiences have included physical aggression from his father, then dealing with his conflicting feelings when the man later lost his life of cancer. Thornton also worked as a part of a highway department, where one of the duties was cleaning up after sometimes fatal accidents. Between all of the above and the tragic passing of his brother in 1988, Thornton has more than enough to draw from. Yeah, again, that's, yeah. I mean, think about it, folks. Like when you see the bad accidents on the news there, I mean, yeah, someone's got to clean that up. You know what I mean? So that is, I mean, God, you know, like, we're just seeing the outside of the car. We have no idea what's going on inside there. And, you know, the stuff that he had to go through with his brother there. I remember he was just on Joe Rogan recently talking about that. And, yeah, it's, I mean, to lose a brother, you know, at a young age, that sucks, man. I mean, yeah. So, you know, a lot of things in life do not come easy, and yeah, a lot of actors do take, you know, bad experiences, you know, that they've been through, and you know, project it through their roles. I did a podcast recently on Gene Hackman, and yeah, Gene Hackman, you know, he had to go through a lot of things with his father, and there's that one movie he did that you can tell in that one scene where he's dealing with his, you know, or the person that was playing his father there in the movie. Not his real father, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, you could tell a lot. Like after reading that, you can see the scene. You're like, wow, okay, that, yeah, it gets a lot out. But at the same time, I mean, it's almost like using, you know, therapy for good. You know, you're able to, you know, turn a negative into a positive. You know, at least you get to use that experience and, you know, use it on screen and entertain people, but at the same time get out a lot of your aggression as well, you know, in a positive way, you know, not you know, not going nuts on the highway or drinking drunk. I mean, again, you know, you watch the news and you see these people, you know, shit always happens Thursday, Friday nights or whatever. I mean, it can happen anytime, but, you know, first of all, don't drink and drive. Second, you know, be careful. Like, if you're going to do something stupid like drink, don't, well, it's not stupid. It depends, you know, depends what you've been through that day. But the point is, don't drink and drive. So, you know, just try to use your, you know, aggression, you know, for the right things, and yeah, don't take it out on innocent people. When did I become a therapist? I don't know. This is all bullshit. It's not actually. I'm just saying it's well, me being a therapist. Yeah, that's bullshit. Although Thornton is known for being a thin man, he actually once gained 50 pounds for a role, getting up as high as 197 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, I haven't seen 197 pounds since I was like in my maybe teens, if that. For his role as a mechanic in U-Turn. He then immediately dropped down to 138 for his next film, Pushing Tin. Thornton's publicist said that the weight loss was a non-story, but I'm sure there are other people eager to know how Thornton pulled off the transformation. Well, yeah, it's, you know, it's not eating. Listen, there's no trick to losing weight. I mean, at one point I was 340. I got down as low as 217. I remember that day. I almost fainted off the scale. I remember that. But nowadays I'm 220 to 230. I'm 6'1". I don't know. Should I be 200 and less? Absolutely. But I'm Greek and Italian. The food is good on this side. It's never going to happen. So, you know, sometimes you just got to be more realistic. But yeah, I remember like in his earlier roles, he was a little chubbier, and then he got real skinny at one point. And yeah, that's what happens, guys. When you get older, you know, your metabolism, you know, unless you're extremely fucking lucky. Listen, if he had an amazing metabolism and got Angelina Jolie, then this guy would be, you know, I mean, he'd be the biggest asshole in the world. But the point is, yeah, he gets to a point where, yeah, you got to either lose weight or you're going to die. So, you know, yeah. But there you go. While he was born in Arkansas, Thornton also has family connections to Texas. Some of his favorite childhood memories include family gathering at his grandma's house in the woods, with a lot of family driving from the Lone Star State. Why not? Listen, I can't tell you how many times I've had some good old beach fires, or I don't know, do some stupid shit in the woods, and I don't know. The woods is a weird place. You gotta be careful there. I don't know. One time I saw a porcupine, and those fuckers move slow, but yeah, you don't want to fuck with them. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. Just be careful in the woods, huh? Thornton has a specific type of obsessive compulsive disorder, also known as OCD, which leads him to associate certain people in his life with numbers, something he says is exhausting. Yeah, I have ADHD. Join the club on that one. Jesus. Due to the connection between numbers and people, he says he's constantly doing mathematics in his head, which, unless you're a certain race, I'm not going to touch that joke, is a pain in the ass. But yeah, it is. My God. Yeah, remember Howard Stern said one time with OCD, you will never. It eats up a lot of time, for sure. It'll keep you busy. Thornton got into writing when he was a child, quickly finding a preference for short stories. It was Thornton's writing interest that led one of his drama teachers to suggest acting as a potential career. Thornton would later go on to write and co-write many films, such as the supernatural thriller The Gift. See, I didn't even know he wrote that one. But yeah, there you go. Like I said, I mean, if you got OCD or whatever, you just want to... Look, again, you got to keep yourself busy, So a lot of people, whatever, they exercise. With me, that's not going to happen. But, other ways, yeah, writing and just, getting your craft out there. Why not? It says here, his daughter from his current marriage, Bella, is now 13. And Thornton's current wife is 10 years his junior. Listen, when you're a movie star, listen, it happens. So, listen, sometimes, guys get older, women, and, whatever, man. As long as you're happy, who gives a shit? The kid could be older now. I don't know. I'm reading this from whenever the fuck. Who knows? But the point is, he's happy, so leave him alone, huh? Bella is Thornton's fourth child and just might follow in her dad's footsteps, since she has already appeared in a 2013 short film titled Hodgepodge. There you go. So follow the footsteps. Why not? I mean, not every Hollywood kid is going to, become their father or, or their mother, or whatever. But hey, you want to? Why not? Thornton is probably best known for as a critically acclaimed actor, but there might be some people out there who actually know him better as a frontman of the Box Masters, aka Billy Bob Thornton and the Box Masters. He formed the band in 2007, but by then he had already created 4 solo albums. The Box Masters describe their music as psycho hillbilly. Is that how you say it? No, Psycho Billy. There you go. Okay. That's a cool word. Their own electric mix of British mode, roots rock, and 60s surf pop rock. The Box Masters now have 7 albums, and they're still touring, with upcoming appearances at venues such as the Sidania, I think I said that right, Center's Summer Concert Series, and they have previously played at venues such as Toronto's, prestigious Massey Hall. Awesome. Yeah, I'm from Toronto, ladies and gentlemen, if you can tell from that excitement there. Yeah, Massey Hall, that's a good little venue. Yeah, why not? That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Yeah. But a lot of actors have their own band, and they want to do their own thing. Why not? They got to be better than Steven Seagal, right? Probably. I'm just assuming. Yeah, he did a movie with Steven Seagal one time. I remember. I'm gonna get into that a little later. You might have heard the joke that no matter how beautiful a woman is, some guy is tired of dating her. I have, Fascinate, thank you. In this case, Thornton is that guy when it comes to Angelina Jolie. His aforementioned tendency to stay out of the spotlight, preferring instead to remain home and watch his beloved Cardinals, conflicted with Jolie's glamorous life. This included near constant meetings with adoption agencies, politicians, and other Hollywood elites. Yeah, Brad Pitt. He did all that. Thornton admitted that he never felt good enough for Jolie. I mean, who is, right? And that he's usually uncomfortable around rich and important people. However, he does say that he's still on good terms with Jolie and that they still talk every few months. That's nice. Why not? You know? But yeah, not everyone's cut out for that life. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, yeah. Listen, I mean, as guys, like, we're looking at the big screen, we're like, oh my God, I'd love to fuck her and go out with her, and, you know, but you're you know, your privacy's gone, man. It's, yeah, you know. And a guy like Billy Bob Thornton, he seems like a, you know, pretty chill dude. He just wants to, you know, probably chill in his lazy boy, have a couple cigarettes, and just relax. I don't know. He doesn't want to go walk the red carpet and do all that fucking bullshit. I mean, who does? I mean, that's got to be the biggest pain in the ass for any actor. I mean, I don't know. Some people enjoy doing that, I guess, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You just want to make movies, that's all. And some people, yeah, they just want to kind of make movies, but at the same time, not be famous. It's tough to pull off. I mean, in many ways, it doesn't matter what you do. You still got to promote the stuff, and studios, they don't like if you don't promote the thing you're obviously in, because then it looks like, well, maybe it's not a good project if he's not promoting it. And it's like, well, yeah, maybe I just want to sit home and do my work and fucking go home, you know? I mean, like if you work a 9-to-5 job, you know, I don't know, you don't want to spend the next 4 or 5 hours after that and going, yeah, well, you know, bagging the groceries, you know, it gets crazy, you know, because, you know, plastic and paper. Some people want to think, you know, like, what's the concept of plastic and paper, you know? And fuck off. I just want to go home and relax, you know? Even, yeah, see, there you go. See, even the one line here, it says he slept in a lazy boy chair, and watching cable was a way for him to escape mentally. There you go. Boom. That's it. See, what am I saying? Who doesn't love a good lazy boy chair, ladies and gentlemen? Have you ever sat in one of those motherfuckers? It is a beautiful fucking thing. It's awesome. It is. An actor, major league. What the? Thornton's career as an actor, writer, and musician is admirable, but can you imagine him as an MLB player? Thornton actually tried out for the Kansas City Royals, once making to trip to their traveling camp to show them what he could do. According to him, he suffered a broken collarbone a half hour in. He was standing by the coach's box and caught an errant throw from the third baseman, putting an end to his big league pursuit. Damn. Really? Fuck, that's crazy. Seriously, is there anything that this guy can't do? Or, I mean, holy shit, that's, yeah. But again, see, folks, this just proves the point that, you know, like, you can have that kind of average Joe mentality like, you know, Billy has here. And you still just want to live like a chill life, you know? And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. It's pretty awesome. But it says here, aside from being a side chic mama, which I don't know what that means, Thornton also experienced dually growing up with an Irish dad and an Italian Native American mother. He's Italian? Really? Fuck, wow, I would have... No shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he just got cooler in my book. His mother exposed him to some Native American culture, largely through its folklore. Thornton believes that the clash in his parents' views and values made him the person he was. He's quoted, "That's how people like me turn out the way they do. It's like all those mixtures, you know?" It's true. Yeah, I mean, we all are our background, the product of our environment, all that, and yeah, there you go, man. All right, so that's awesome. This may not be so awesome, though. It says here Thornton's sensitive stomach might have something to do with his diet in his early years. Besides the allergies, Thornton suffered from malnutrition before he made it in Hollywood. During this time, he could only afford to eat potatoes. What's wrong with that? With grilling being his preferred prep method. As one would expect, this diet didn't agree with his body, and he would go on to suffer from an inflammation of the heart muscle known as myocarditis before managing to turn things around. From eating nothing but potatoes to living in Beverly Hills, thank you for the inspiration, Billy Bob. Nice touch, Fascinate.com. I love potatoes, man. My God. I'm Canadian. We got the whole poutine thing happening there, which, I don't know. All of a sudden you put cheese curds and gravy on potatoes, it automatically becomes Canadian. But, yeah, I mean, in all jokes aside, you can't just eat potatoes. I've learned that over the years, too. I've tried, ladies and gentlemen. My God, I've tried. But, yeah, no, it's... you got to balance it out with something green, not just weed, being Canadian. But I don't know, throw a salad in there, and I don't know, yeah, you'll probably be okay. Also said here, Bad Santa might be some fans' favorite Thornton role, and they'll be glad to hear that the man himself also remembers the film fondly. In his memoir, the Billy Bob Tapes, the actor cites the filming of Bad Santa as one of the moments he would go back and relive. Maybe this selection is influenced by the fact that he was actually tipsy while filming some of the scenes. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into that later, and of course the Christmas is coming up. It's a staple in anybody's Christmas catalog, like anybody that's cool, of course. But also says here, Thornton can be pretty sensitive about his identity as a musician. In 2009, he had a well-publicized outburst during an interview with CBC radio host Gian Gomeshi. Thornton had specifically requested that he not be asked about his acting career, and it appears he was very serious about that stipulation. Gomeshi mentioned the acting only in the interview introduction, but Thornton still became completely uncooperative for the rest of the interview, referred to Gomeshi as an asshole the next day, and then said Canadian audiences were mashed potatoes with gravy. That's French fries with gravy, sir. And again, if you don't have the poutine or the cheese curds, it's not fully a poutine. Although sometimes, you just get some shredded mozzarella cheese. It's just as good. Don't worry. I like to put ketchup on my shit, but a lot of people don't like ketchup. But a lot of people are assholes. Ouch, Canada. Oh, thank you. Oh, stab in the heart, Fascinate.com. Thank you. Oh, Christ. Anyways. Though to be fair, it was pretty much on point with regards to the now disgraced Gomeshi. Yes, that was, yeah. Billy definitely got the last laugh there. For those of you who don't know, what happened was he ended up, getting accused of, some, let's just say some hashtag Me Too things, even before it was hashtag Me Too. He did, there was one email exchange. I remember it was with the one woman that used to be on Trailer Park Boys there. And I remember they read off some of the emails, and one of the emails, like she accused him of doing shit, but then they read back the emails, and one of the emails allegedly said, she said like about him, like, oh, I had such a great time with you last night. You almost choked the shit out of me. I can't wait for you to do it again. So, holy fuck. I mean, again, if you're playing the role as a trailer park person, whatever. The point is, okay, Billy definitely got the last laugh on that one. But again, I mean, if someone requests, you don't talk about it, then yeah, you don't talk about it. So if you're trying to, sneak one in there, like, I don't know, that one jerk off there with Robert Downey Jr. when, like right at the end there. And he was being a dick, like right at the end there, talking about the, did you beat drugs, and it's like, bro, come on, stop it, like you're doing this at the end. Worst case, if he walks out, then you got all your other shit in. I mean, we're not fucking stupid, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I mean, listen, you want to be a jerk off, and if you're talking to, a person that's at least average intelligence, you're going to get your shit called out on. All right, so plain and simple. And seems the whole thing with Billy Bob Thornton. I mean, he seems to be family seems to be very important to him. Says here, back in the 70s, Thornton was married to a woman named Melissa Lee Gatlin, and the two had a child named Amanda, who later went by Amanda Brumfield. Thornton and Gatlin were only together for 2 years, and he had little contact with her or Amanda in his later life. Something Brumfield had publicly admitted hurt her, saying, "I just want him to be around. I don't want to cry, but it's not fair to watch him on TV every day, and I can't even get a call." A few decades later, in 2009, Brumfield was convicted of aggression manslaughter in the passing of a 1-year-old child. Oh, shit. Olivia Masson Garcia, who had been under her care, though Brumfield alleged that the child had simply fallen out of her playpen. The prosecution proved that the wounds to the girl's head could not have possibly been caused by such a small fall. The case was made all the more suspicious by the fact that Brumfield didn't call the authorities until 2 hours after the accident. She was found guilty and sentenced to 20 years in lockup. Jesus, fuck. Yeah, that's, like I said before, wow. Wow, that is fucking crazy. Yeah, he's had a hell of a life here. Oh my God, yeah. But the family now, that he has, yeah, you could tell it's definitely important to him now since he's been through all this. And, look, when you're younger, and you become a movie star, I think at one point, yeah, he was going out with Laura Dern as well, who's, proven herself as a awesome actress, and, is the daughter of Bruce Dern, who, fucking kicks ass, A lot of people still don't forgive him that he killed John Wayne in that movie, but once again, it is just a movie. I don't think Bruce Dern would actually do that in real life. But yeah, that's when I started going out with Angelina Jolie, and holy shit. It is just, it is a crazy life, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of, and this is the stuff that a lot of people don't know. There's a lot of stuff that happens, behind the scenes, and, you think, you just want to be a movie star, be in the spotlight and all that, then maybe this is why Billy Bob Thornton, this is a part of his life, why he just doesn't want to make a big deal out of being a movie star. He just wants to do what he loves, and he kind of just fell into it, to be honest. With the whole acting thing, I don't think he really wanted to be an actor. According to the facts here on IMDb, because I know Landman is on Paramount, and Paramount I think owns Rotten Tomatoes. It's a whole, whatever. The point is, on IMDb here, it says, once was told by director Billy Wilder that he was too ugly to be an actor, and he should write a screenplay for himself in which he could exploit his less than perfect features. Thornton later collected an Oscar for his Sling Blade screenplay. Well, there you go. I mean, yeah, some people, yeah, it, damn, that's harsh. But at the same time, yeah, let them write the screenplay. So, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, I remember I had I don't know, a talent agent tell me one time, she told me, yeah, you're a method actor, which I assume is a very nice way of saying, look, you're fucking ugly. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. I don't know. That's why, I don't know. I guess this is why this is an audio podcast. But the point is, yeah, I mean, that led to something pretty good. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy. He said he agreed to Ethan Coen's and Joe Coen's The Man Who Wasn't There without even reading the script, out of respect for the Coen brothers' talent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when the Coen brothers, reach out to you, it's, yeah. I did not see their version of The Lady Killers. I'm told it's not the best movie, but again, you should be in their films for sure. Yeah. Did not decide to pursue a career in acting until he was in his late 20s. There you go. Yeah, he was even talking about that in Joe Rogan. Like, he didn't really, he almost kind of not fell into it, but it was kind of like, yeah, what else? Yeah, I got nothing else to do. Yeah, well, I might as well give it a try, and that's it. I mean, there's tons of stories like that. You just don't know what's going to happen until you do it. So, yeah, I'd say it worked out. Claimed in USA Today interview that he has an intense phobia of antique furniture. Okay. This fear has been seen on screen in both Bandits and Sling Blade. All right. I don't know. I see antique furniture. I think of my Nana Nono's house. Ladies and gentlemen, until I saw Boys in the Hood, I thought only Italians put plastic on their furniture, but yeah, it definitely preserves it. He also said that he and Dwight Yoakam have their own production company and are looking at producing movies and records together. Yoakam appeared opposite of Thornton in Sling Blade. Why not? Good to have he's got the music thing, the acting thing. I don't know. Might as well own your, own production company, whatever. Worst case scenario. I mean, a lot of people are doing that. I heard a thing with Reese Witherspoon where, yeah, like you don't see her a lot in movies, but she's one of these people that she has her own company, whatever. People come up to her, they give her the script, they're like, okay, I'm gonna, take a big percentage, whatever, and then boom, 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 that's it. You're the loner. You give someone money, you charge a vig, and boom, that's it. It says here, is very insistent on researching the roles he plays. If, for example, he has to play a lawyer and must use a lot of legal parlance, he will not deliver until he is fully conversant and familiar with every aspect of the legal terminology and formalities. This he usually does under the guidance of a qualified attorney, a route he chose for his role as lawyer Billy McBride in Goliath. There you go. So he gives a shit. That's good. Robert Duvall called him the hillbilly Orson Welles. That's funny. Before he became an actor, he worked as a waiter, a fast food manager, a telemarketer, and an offshore wind farmer. There you go. His mother, a psychic. Why did I pronounce it psych? I'm an idiot. Predicted he would work with Burt Reynolds. That prediction came true when, beginning in 1990, he did 3 episodes of Reynolds' CBS series, Evening Shade. There you go. That's fuck, man. That was meant to be. He stated that of all the characters he has played, the one he enjoyed playing the most was Davy Crockett in The Alamo. And a lot of actors, when they do movies, they have a list of demands. It says here for Billy Bob Thornton, one of them includes a television with a satellite hookup to watch the St. Louis Cardinals when they are in season. It's the little things in life, ladies and gentlemen. In high school, Thornton played drums in a band called Stone Cold Fever and cranked out Creedence Clearwater Revival songs. The man's got good taste. When Thornton and Jolie first married, the couple moved into the Beverly Hills home formerly owned by Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash. Nice. You got to wonder if you move into an ex rock star's home. I mean, like, what are you gonna find? Maybe in the cushions you're gonna find a little, gave up smoking after completing The Man Who Wasn't There. I could have sworn I saw him smoking on the recent Joe Rogan podcast, but listen, you have a smoke here and there. What are you gonna do? Can you imagine just having sex with Angelina Jolie and afterwards you're laying there in the beautiful landman afterglow, and you're just having a cigarette, and you're just like, can life get any better? Jolie, 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 Jolie. Sorry. So let's go into IMDb here, and let's see all the stuff that Billy Bob Thornton has done. Why IMDb? Why not? That's why. So, the first job that Billy Bob Thornton ever did, according to IMDb, is a movie called Hunter's Blood, where, ironically, his character's name in the movie was Billy Bob. It has a rating of 5.8 out of 10. Came out in 1986. I'm looking at the movie poster here. I don't know, whoever the main guy here is. He's definitely in trouble. 5 city boys head out into the countryside for a relaxing hunt. However, local psychopaths aren't they the worst? I mean, they're those out of town psychopaths are just they're just annoying. Turn the hunters into the hunted, and they need all the ammo and wits they have to get out of the woods alive. Well, there you go. Do I recognize anybody else other than Billy Bob Thornton in this movie? No. Except for Mickey Jones, which I've always wondered what this guy's name is. He's the guy, I guarantee you've seen this guy in something. He used to show up all the time in Home Improvement there, one of Tim's buddies there with a big guy with a beard, I don't know if he was in Sling Blade, but he should be. But the point is, again, you got to start somewhere. Why not? Why not a movie about the crazy psychopaths? I mean, let's be honest. Every fucking TV show or movie involves some kind of psychopaths, and everybody's obsessed with these things, and just holy shit. But I don't know. Will we ever get past this? Probably not. Then he was in an episode of Matlock. That's cool. There you go. Matlock was a show that was on for a while. I think we all know Matlock at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I think we do. Then he was in a movie called South of Reno. He was in a TV movie called Circus, where he also played Billy Bob. It's not a bad life either. I mean, you get to play yourself. Have sex with Angelina Jolie. I'm not seeing any minuses. For the most part. I mean, here, ladies and gentlemen, this is. I mean, like movie career wise. I'm just saying it's pretty good. Then he was on a TV show called The Judge. I never heard of it. It's got a good rating though, 7.4 out of 10. And then he's probably in what I think a lot of people I mean, it's probably debatable. Either this or Jack and Jill, Adam Sandler's worst movie ever. A little movie called Going Overboard that has a rating of 1.8 out of 10, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see by the movie poster, Sandler does not seem pleased about this, but he plays a character named Dave. I didn't even know Billy Bob Thornton was in this movie. I love Adam Sandler. I've never seen this movie. I don't. I don't. There's a part of me that wants to see it, but a part of me that doesn't want to see it. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but it is what it is. And he's in a movie called Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town. Now that's a title. The Outsiders. I'm assuming that's. The Outsiders did get in a lot of trouble, and a lot of times they would hear that sound, but I'm close to a hospital. Don't worry about it. The point is, I didn't even know they made a TV series about this, but yeah, he was in that one. I love the movie. It's a classic. I believe it's one of the 5 books I actually read cover to cover, ladies and gentlemen, in my life, which explains, why I stumble on a lot of words on this podcast, and I use the word like every 10 seconds. I just noticed that because sometimes I play back and I re-record some stuff. I try not to, but such is life. I'm not even doing this on purpose. Sometimes. He was in a movie called The Dark Backward. Another movie, One False Move. Another movie, For the Boys. I haven't seen a lot of these. Knots Landing. I do remember that show. But he was in one episode there. He was in Trouble Bound. It's another movie. Blood In, Blood Out. He was in that? Really? Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know this, this might be... I'm trying to remember if this movie ever actually did hit theaters or did it go straight to video. I forgot, but it's a great movie. I mean, it's one of those movies that it's kind of a cult classic, I guess. But he was in this movie, really? Fuck, I totally forgot about that. I remember he played a character named Lightning. Really? I totally forgot about that. I mean, I haven't watched this movie in a while, but. Yeah, he was in this. He was in this movie. Wow, that's crazy. Well, for those of you who don't know, Blood In, Blood Out. I mean, shame on you. It's based on the true life experiences of poet Jimmy Santiago Baca. The film focuses on stepbrothers Paco and Cruz and their biracial cousin Miklo. All right. Now I know it doesn't sound like much, but. I mean, listen, if you watch this movie and you still want to go to jail, there's something, I don't know, mentally wrong with you. But, yeah, I had no idea he was in this movie. That's crazy. Yeah, the guy that, the main guy here, he was, wasn't he Ken in Street Fighter too? Yeah, that's right, yeah. Now they're making a new Street Fighter movie. I mean, hopefully it can't be worse than the first one, right? I mean, well, the only one, because, there's a reason why they only made one. But, Billy Bob Thornton was in this movie. Wow, I don't remember that. But I do encourage anybody to watch this movie. It's a 3-hour movie, so, bear with the time. But it's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. So if you got the chance, definitely check it out. Then he was in a couple other movies here. Gray Knight, Evening Shade is a TV series he did. Indecent Proposal, which has a very low rating. Wow, 6 out of 10. Really? It has that low of a rating, yeah. You know what it is? Like, the second half of the movie is not as good. I'll admit that. Like, the first half of the movie, the whole, hey, $1 million for your wife and all that shit, but he was in this movie too, really? Fuck, I don't remember that either. Wow. He played a character named Day Tripper. Yeah, which is ironic because he did a few movies later with Jack Tripper. We'll get into that later. But really, he was in that too. Well, Indecent Proposal, it's a classic. I mean, rest in peace to Robert Redford, Woody Harrelson, Demi Moore. Oh my God, Demi Moore, Madonna. But actually, well, that's kind of funny because yeah, years later, almost, yeah, was it 30 years later, they end up working together again. Yeah, so again, we'll get into that later, but yeah, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, I totally forgot about that. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I grew up a kid more of the, 80s, 90s, all that. So I do remember a lot of these movies, but I totally forgot he was in this one. So maybe it wasn't a big role, whatever, but I don't know, it's a good little movie. I don't know why it's such a low rating. I mean, it's not the best movie in the world, but I mean, the whole concept. Would you give a million, or would you, like, for $1 million, would you let someone else, fuck your wife? Probably, but I mean, look, man, it's $1 million. Well, they'd have to up it now. I mean, this was '93, so now it'd be worse. Like at least 3 million. I mean, if you can get past it, you can. Buy a house after, and then have an argument that won't end for the next 20 years. But listen, it's up to you. The point is, he's in this movie. I think it's a pretty decent movie. So yeah, I'm just surprised with the low rating. That's crazy. This one did not get a low rating, and it should get an 8 out of. Here it's 7.8. But a little movie called Tombstone, ladies and gentlemen. This movie kicks ass. I mean, what else do I have to say? I mean, it's an awesome cast. Rest in peace to Val Kilmer. Probably his best role he ever did. But again, I forgot that he was in this one too. How the fuck did I forget all these? He plays a character named Johnny Taylor. So, yeah. I mean, if you listen, I'm not getting the whole thing about this, but if you haven't seen Tombstone, you're stupid. But definitely see Tombstone. It is an excellent movie. Yeah, he was in this, eh? Shit, I totally forgot. He wasn't one of the main. No, he wasn't. No, he was. Yeah. All right. A successful lawman's plan to retire anonymously in Tombstone, Arizona, are disrupted by a kind of outlaws he was famous for eliminating. Of course. Of course. I mentioned Val Kilmer here. Kurt Russell, Sam Elliott, Bill Paxton, rest in peace to him. Powers Booth, Michael Biehn, Charlton Heston, Jason Priestley, Thomas Hayden Church, Dana Delaney, who's kicking ass now in Tulsa King. Good little show there. Yeah, damn, this is a really good cast of people. Directed by George P. Kosmatos. That's got to be Greek, right? For sure? Yeah, it's got to... Probably, right? I'm just going to assume. Oh, he directed Cobra, too, with Sly and Rambo First Blood Part 2, which might have the most confusing sequel title of all time. But, ladies and gentlemen, this movie kicks ass. So, yeah. Again, I totally forgot he was in this. So, but yeah, I mean, so far he's working with some pretty heavy hitters, man. That's not a bad career. And again, I got to factor in the whole Angelina Jolie thing. My God, it is just, women pay how much? What, 10 grand? I don't know what the fuck they pay for surgery these days. I don't know. Like, what do I know? I don't know. If you look at my hairline, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go to fucking, India to get that shit shaped up. But the point is, those lips are just phenomenal. I mean, really, just again, it is, what a woman. But again, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen the movie Tombstone, you are absolutely missing out. So there you go. Okay. Bloodsport, Indecent Proposal, Tombstone. I'm just, something to do, once it starts snowing, or I don't know. Assuming you live somewhere where it snows, this is what you got to do. So I don't know. I'm just trying to help you out here. Then he did a video called "Living and Working in Space: The Countdown Has Begun." All right. I don't know what that is. It could be an instructional video. I don't know. Then there's a movie he did, Flounderling. Okay. Then he did a short here. This is interesting. In 1994, he did a short called "Some Folks Call It a Sling Blade." Interesting. Okay, so I did not know he did this prior to the movie here. So it says 25 years after. Well, I mean, we all know the story here. I'm going to get into that later, but yeah. Oh, okay. So he did a little short before the whole. Okay, interesting. Okay, yeah. Molly Ringwald was part of this. J.T. Walsh, Ron Livingston, part of this. Of course, I mean, listen, Office Space. I'm going to love this band forever. Bring back Louder Milk, by the way. If you've never seen that show, it is a. I think it was only on for 2-3 seasons. I don't know, like a network like Netflix has got to pick that show up again. Him, Will Sasso, they were fucking awesome in that show. If you got the chance, Louder Milk, very good show, very funny show. But yeah, no, this is interesting. I did not know he did a short before this. So again, this is almost like the prelude to the project that basically brought him to the next level. So okay, all right, that's pretty cool. And then he did a movie with Steven Seagal. Holy shit! You know what? I do remember him in this movie because his character was very energetic. I don't know why. I remember there's a scene where he's somewhere. He's kind of like ready for a shootout or something. He's like, yeah. Like he's very energetic in this movie, but. Steven Seagal. I did a whole podcast on that guy. I even said to myself, I don't know how I'm going to make a half-hour podcast out of Steven Seagal. The shit ended up being an hour and a half. So, yeah, there's a lot to talk about there, folks. But, yeah, on Deadly Ground, he played a character named Homer Carlton. I'm going to pray in the facts here that there's some kind of there's got to be a story with him and Steven Seagal. I'm just really hoping. A blowout firefighter takes on an environmentally destructive oil corporation by causing many deaths and explosions in Alaska. Okay, so I'm sure Billy Bob Thornton, was a part of this and said, okay, well, now when I do Landman in the future, now I know what not to do. Yeah, this is the one he directed. Listen, Steven Seagal, this is my opinion, okay? You can say whatever you want, but this is just the way it is, okay? In my world. The first 5 movies he did, that's, the only Steven Seagal movies you should ever see, okay? That's prime Steven Seagal. Sorry, I got distracted there. They just showed, Michael Caine was in this movie, and I don't know who has a darker dye job, Steven Seagal or him. I mean, they both look like they have like Wesley Snipes on top of their head. But anyway, I love you, Wesley. I'm just, I don't know. I could have said Kevin Hart, but whatever. I don't know. I grew up in the 90s. Anyways, so yeah, the first 5 movies are kick-ass. The whole Under Siege, Mark of Death, or blah, 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 I don't know, whatever those bullshit titles are, okay? Then he directed this one, which is a piece of shit. I mean, I don't know. He goes on a whole monologue at the end there, which makes no fucking sense. Apparently, it was supposed to be like even longer, which I can't even imagine. I mean, you just fucking like if you didn't fall asleep by then, like him narrating the shit will definitely knock you out. Then he did Glimmerman, which I didn't mind. It's Glimmerman. What are you gonna do? But after that, it's all just shit. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, this is I remember. Like, I think this might be the first movie I ever saw Billy Bob Thornton in. And I remember like he was a little bit chubbier back then, and yeah, Michael Caine. Surprise, surprise, Michael Caine did not get along with Steven Seagal. I can't believe in this world there is a movie that exists where Steven Seagal and Michael Caine are in the same fucking movie. I don't believe that. John C. McGinley, again, I've said it before, and I just said it a few minutes ago. I will love you forever for Office Space alone. R. Lee Ermey, rest in peace to him. But yeah, this movie was just, absolutely horrible. I mean, he tried to direct and. Holy fucking shit. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna quickly go through the facts here. Something about no, nothing. Oh, no, there's more. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's interesting. Instead of Michael Caine, he replaced Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Irons was supposed to be in this movie. Wow. Okay. Hmm. Well, that's I'm so glad he. You know what? He probably decided to do Die Hard 3 instead. So thank God for that. But I'm not seeing anything here. I can't imagine anybody at this point getting along with Steven Seagal. I mean, a lot of people do say that Steven Seagal should. The irony with Steven Seagal is just make a movie based on his life and all the bullshit lies. Like that's the movie. None of these. And a lot of people say like his movies now. I mean, they make literally no money, and yet they keep making a few of them every year. And they're saying it's like funding certain things. I'm not going to get into that because I want to stay alive. But the point is, listen, if you're Billy Bob Thornton, you work with some heavy hitters. It's going to get to a point where you're gonna have some clunkers. It's what are you gonna do? It's okay. I'm sure he's not the first person that's regretted a Steven Seagal movie. Chances are he will not be the last. So it is what it is. Okay. So this is just a shitty movie. My God. Then he did a movie called The Stars Fell on Henrietta. He was in Dead Man with Johnny Depp here. Yeah, this is the one I think Johnny Depp directed, and then he got a bunch of people. Oh no, he didn't direct it, but did he fund it or something? I don't know, something like that. I don't know. And it's a decent little movie. It's got a good little cast of people here. But again, I forgot Iggy Pop was in here. Nice. Again, I totally forgot he was in so many of these movies. And look, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know everything, but I do know if you get the chance to wash the stink off that is Steven Seagal, and if you can do a movie with Johnny Depp, I figure why not? Okay, so there you go. Then he's in a TV movie called Out There, a TV series called Hearts Afire, TV movie Don't Look Back. So at this point, he's doing some good stuff, some stuff, you never heard of, whatever, it is what it is. But, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned before, he did the short about Sling Blade, and then 1996, he had the chance to actually make it into a full-length movie, where he plays the classic character, Carl Childers. Okay? Kind of a ironic name, I guess, but a little movie called Sling Blade. All right. Carl Childers, a simple man hospitalized since his childhood, a murder of his mother and her lover, is released to start a new life in a small town. Does it work out? What do you think? Billy Bob Thornton, he wrote this. He directed it, he starred in it, and ladies and gentlemen, this is almost like his version of like Sly doing Rocky. I mean, it got to a point where it's like, hey, you're doing some movies, whatever. You know what? The person gave him advice there. Could have been a little bit nicer, the way he delivered that advice, but he said, fuck it. Why don't you just do your own thing? And he did. And, and like right off the bat, like in the movie, I just saw this movie maybe a year ago again. I just wanted to refresh myself with this movie. And like right in the beginning there, I mean, you're kind of like, so he's going to talk like this throughout the whole movie, right? I mean, and it's one of those things where it's either, you're going to love it or hate it. But it's one of those voices where it is off, but at the same time, like after the movie, like, you're going to be talking like this, like, I like the way you talk. Come on, I want some of them taters. Like you'll be talking like this for the next 2 weeks. I mean, it kind of just burns in your head. You know what I mean? So, and there's that kind of creepy moment where the woman is interviewing him, and he's like, I think she says something like, do you think you'll, be okay or do this again? And like, there's kind of a long pause, and you're kind of like, I don't know, man. I mean, but that kind of, you know, yeah, it kind of, not foreshadows the rest of the movie, but it kind of like, well, will he? I don't know. But so it keeps you, like you're hooked right there. You're like, what is this guy gonna do? I mean, he ends up getting an odd job. He loves his French fries. We all know that. And he befriends a kid here. And it's not like Epstein Island, don't worry. And he's just kind of going about his life, and I mean, there's that one classic scene with him and Robert Duvall there going back and forth. That's great. That's one of the better scenes in the movie for sure. I thought it was funny too that he mentioned that he was good friends with John Ritter, and like he asked John Ritter, he says, "Hey, I'm doing this movie. You want to play like a gay guy that's from a small town?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." That's it. So, and I mentioned before Dwight Yoakam, his buddy there, he works with J.T. Walsh, who I guarantee you've seen this guy in a lot of films. Like he's one of these guys that's like, oh yeah, that's that guy. Yeah. Lucas Black. Natalie Carner-Day, James Hampton, Brett Briscoe. He's another guy too. You've seen in a bunch of movies as well. He's a good actor as well. Guys, I did not plan this. I'm scrolling down. You know how I mentioned Mickey Jones before? He should be in this movie. Surprise, surprise. He's in the fucking movie, and well deserved, folks. Listen, if you make a movie like this with small town Southern people, if you don't get Mickey Jones, you missed it. You know what I mean? So of course he's in this movie. You gotta love this guy, of course. But ladies and gentlemen, this is an awesome movie. I mean, it really is. Like I said, I watched it about a year ago again because I haven't watched it in a while. And but yeah, once again, I started talking like this. Like even during the movie, I go for like a piss break. I'm just taking a piss like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, little, it's a good color. Mm-hmm. Coming out yellow, just like French fries. Mm-hmm. It just gets in your fucking head. So, but a character like this could have easily, it could have been like annoying, and people could have been like, dude, what the fuck? Somebody could have turned it off like after like 5-10 minutes, whatever. But you're kind of like interested in this character, and you're like, how is he going to end up? And again, I don't want to give anything away if you haven't seen it, but it's things happen. Old habits may or may not come back to haunt this character. So, but again, I mean, he nailed it, man. I mean, he absolutely nailed it. And on the Rogan podcast there, they were just talking. I thought it was funny. Like, so after the movie, he makes this, and this is again, it's like Sly with Rocky. He just got the recognition after all these years, and but he never fell really into that crowd. He never felt still comfortable with fame and all that. And he said he was at a party where at one point like Schwarzenegger and Mel Gibson were there, and some lady comes up to him and says, "Hey, I saw the movie. Do you guys really live like that?" And it's like every Southern stereotype she throws at him is like, oh yeah, we're all like that, and of course he's just fucking with her, and he's like fuck, do people really think we're like this? I mean, it's but then again, yeah, I mean, there's people out there that watch a movie and they think you're that character. I mean, a lot of people weren't even sure that he was that guy. I mean, maybe they saw him in with Steven Seagal kicking ass, whatever, but and a lot of people, this is the first time seeing Billy Bob Thornton. So, yeah. People are that stupid. I mean, But then again, I'm not going to lie. I mean, after Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I thought it was an actor, playing, an English rock star. But then that ended up being actually what Russell Brand really was. But the point is, I mean, yeah, he just did a phenomenal job with this, and it really is a great movie. Here's an interesting fact. It says here, in order to make his walk more awkward and consistent, Billy Bob Thornton placed crushed glass in his shoes. Jeez. Hoo-wee. Damn. That's, I mean, I heard a story before about James Gandolfini, rest in peace. Of course, played Tony Soprano. He put little pebbles in his shoes just to make him more, like, angry and all that. But, damn. That's crazy. But yeah, wow. Yeah. So I mean, again, this was a game changer, for him for sure. Also says here that the character Carl says "alrighty then" 19 times. Was it more than Ace Ventura? Who the fuck knows? But yeah. Also says here, the fucking Shrek himself, fucking jerk off Harvey Weinstein, then co-chairman of Miramax, only saw the first 30 minutes of this movie when he agreed to pay $10 million for the rights to the film. He later regretted this and forced Billy Bob Thornton to cut about 20 minutes from the movie. Yeah, well, if that's the worst thing he ever fucking did, which we all know it wasn't. But anyways, yeah. See, that sucks, man. When you have, you got a project that you've been working on for years, and you know something is right, and then you sell it, and you're like, someone's got to fucking change it, and that sucks. But again, that's the Hollywood game. Unfortunately, sometimes you can't avoid that. But I don't know. I think for the most part, Billy Bob Thornton's done his best to kind of avoid that shit. But yeah, but it also says here, nominated for 14 awards and only lost 5, which is, again, pretty good. Yeah. I can't say enough good things about this movie, but it really is great, and like I said, I just saw it a year ago, and it still holds out. Sometimes, you watch a movie and you're like, oh, it's good, and then you watch it again, and you're like, it's not as good, whatever, but yeah, no, this is great, and again, it brought Billy Bob Thornton to the forefront, and yeah, he was able to obviously do other projects and more stuff after this, and that's it, man. So that's what you hope for in Hollywood. At one point, if you really love movies, you love, getting your ideas out there. You want to eventually do your own thing, and it could lead to other things. That's it. So. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I think this goes without saying, if you have not seen Sling Blade, okay, make it a blockbuster night. Something that we used to say in the 1996. Me personally, I don't miss Blockbuster. I love the fact I get to stay my ass home and not worry about the snow and rain and worry about late fees. And at one point, didn't Blockbuster have the chance to buy Netflix for $50 million? Oof. Wow, that's a huge fuck up. But the point is, Sling Blade, it's an excellent movie, and yeah, it really goes to show that you do your, you work on something for years, and if it's done right, you make it your baby, and it pays off. There you go. Then he did a movie called The Winner. He was in an episode of Ellen. Yeah, we all know how she ended up there. By the way, I never liked the way Ellen scared people. Okay, you want to do it once, fine. But, what's going on in your life that's making you like this? That you want to scare people? I don't know. You get these people on here. They're nice enough to come on your show, and then you scare them, Okay, you want to scare people and look like Owen Wilson, fine. But, just, come on. Grow the fuck up, huh? And then he was in a movie called A Gun, a Car, and a Blonde. A Gun, a Car, a Blonde. There you go. Okay. That could easily be a porno. Then he's in a movie called U-Turn, which stars Sean Penn and good old J-Lo here. This is a decent little movie, and I mentioned before, yeah, he did gain weight for this role. Yeah, Nick Nolte's in this movie too. A man heading to Vegas to pay off his gambling debt before the Russian mafia kills him is forced to stop in an Arizona town where everything that can go wrong does go wrong. Well, hence the title U-Turn. It's yeah, so it was a decent little movie. Nothing too, whatever, nothing too crazy. Nothing too normal either. That's for sure. But I don't know. Sean Penn always keeps it interesting. But yeah, there you go. I'd check this one out. Why not? And then he was in another movie with Robert Duvall, who I love very much, as Mr. Tom Hagen, and other roles, of course. You're out, Tom. Sorry. Wrong movie. Called The Apostle, which I've never seen. It's got a decent rating, 7.1 out of 10. After his happy life spins out of control, the preacher from Texas changes his name, goes to Louisiana, and starts preaching on the radio. Written and directed by Robert Duvall. Nice. Robert Duvall, man, you kick ass, man. I mean, how old is Robert Duvall? I mean, he's got to be in his 90s at least, right? Yeah, he's still fucking kicking ass. I love it. But yeah, I've never seen this one. I don't know. It looks pretty good actually, so I might have to check this one out too. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I like doing this podcast. Not only because my 3 fans out there, thank you very much for the support, but yeah, it leads me to all these other movies, so why not? And he did a movie, an Alan Smithy film, Burn, Hollywood Burn. Then he did a movie called Primary Colors. I remember seeing this movie at the Eaton Center for, I believe, $2. At now I sound old. At back in the day here. So yeah, this is a good little movie here with Travolta and. If you're, I just assumed he was doing kind of an impersonation of Bill Clinton, I guess. But yeah, all right. But it was a decent little movie. If you want to check it out. Then he did a movie called Homegrown. I didn't see that one. I did see this one though. I did see this one in theaters. A little movie called Armageddon. Okay. It came out in 1998. He plays a character named Dan Truman. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even have to read the description. I could basically tell you what this movie's about. This is a movie directed by Michael Bay. Okay, so keep that in mind when I read this description. It's about the world is about to blow up, or not blow up, or I don't like an asteroid's going to hit it, then it'll blow up, and I don't know. And then a team of drillers have to go to space and then go on top of the asteroid, drill and put a bomb in there and blow it up before it hits Earth and blows Earth up. Ladies and gentlemen, I know how fucking stupid that sounds, but that is the actual movie. This is, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I love the cast of this movie. I like this movie. Do I take it seriously? No. But do I have fun watching it? Just, seeing the boys here kick ass and, Steve Buscemi do his thing? Abso-fucking-lutely. I mean, I enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed it. And Billy Bob Thornton's character is the one that's behind NASA there. And is it NASA? NASA? NASA. Do I know what it stands for? No. But maybe one of the A's is for astronaut, probably. But the point is, do I believe this could actually happen in real life? No, of course not. But it's a movie. And on top of that, it's a Michael Bay movie. Okay? For the most part, I will love Michael Bay forever just because of The Rock. Okay? Not the wrestler turned actor. I mean, he's cool too, don't get me wrong. But, the classic movie. Okay? But I don't know. I mean, it's a movie. I mean, yeah, it's a movie about drilling and, I mean, if you want to see it, it's cool. If you don't, I basically gave you like 90% of the movie. So, I mean, the guy from Hanging with Mr. Cooper's in it for a little bit. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a movie that you could basically only make in the 90s. There's no way you can get away with this shit today. I mean, maybe you could, But I wouldn't. But again, if you want a cheap laugh, and if you're a fan of Aerosmith, which probably is the biggest thing that ever that came from this movie for sure. So it's a classic song. We all know that. But yeah, it's up to you. It's your call. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep 'cause I'd miss you, baby. And I don't want to miss a thing. 'Cause when I'm drilling in space, I'm always thinking of you because I'd miss you, baby. And I don't want to miss a thing. Ooh, Liv Tyler is Steven Tyler's daughter. Ooh, fuck yeah. Then he did a movie called A Simple Plan, which, ladies and gentlemen, I just saw for the first time a few years ago, because sometimes Google recommends you movies, movies that you've never seen that you may like, and I'm like, okay, Google, inspire me. I do remember this movie back in the day, but I guess I don't know, maybe skipped over it or whatever, but this movie kicks ass. This is one of these I like to call like a hidden gem movie, in the sense that you've probably maybe never heard of it, maybe you did. You kind of skipped over it, and you're like, it could be good, whatever. But it's a pretty good movie. Two brothers and a friend, all blue-collar workers, come across millions of dollars in a lost cache and make a plan to keep their find from the authorities. But it wasn't long before complications and mistrust weave their way into the plan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how many times have we heard a movie like this? Tons of times. But the way this movie is structured, yeah, it could be similar to other shit, but I mean, the acting is just excellent. And Billy Bob Thornton's role in this, is definitely one of the highlights for sure. Playing Jacob there, fucking glasses and all, which kind of remind me a little bit of the whole kind of Bubbles thing from Trailer Park Boys, which is a movie. One of the movies we're going to talk about in a little bit here. But the point is, really great cast of people. Bill Paxton, rest in peace to him. Bridget Fonda, Billy Bob, of course. Brent Briscoe. Gary Cole, which, again, I think it's the third time I've said this. I will love this man for Office Space forever. But again, great cast of people. Good little story. Again, like you're watching the movie here, and you're like, I don't know, like you don't know what Billy Bob Thornton is thinking. I mean, you kind of do, but you kind of think, okay, this fucker's gonna snap at any minute here, or I mean, can we really trust this guy? Or I don't know what's going on in his head, and but director Sam Raimi, I like to think, I think he knows what he's doing. Spider-Man and Army Darkness alone, I will love this man forever. Darkman as well. The whole Evil Dead series, of course. Forget it. Come on. This guy's the man. Jesus, more do you want? But the point is, this is a really good movie. Like I said before, kind of like a hidden gem thing, where probably a lot of people have not heard of this movie. But over time, over the years, it's definitely become probably more to call it a cult classic. It kind of implies that a lot of people like it's not a good movie, but it becomes popular, whatever. This is a good movie, but probably I think a lot of people probably slept on it, like when it came out. They didn't know I don't know, maybe they didn't care, whatever. But I'm telling you, if you've never seen 1998's A Simple Plan, okay, definitely check it out. So it's a great movie, great performance by Billy Bob Thornton. Might be maybe one of his best performances after Sling Blade. I mean, Sling Blade #1 for sure, but this could easily be #2. Then of course, being the Southern boy that he is, you got to do at least one episode of King of the Hill for sure. Then he was in a movie called Pishing. I gotta take a piss. Pushing 10. Then a movie, South of Heaven, West of Hell. All right, some good directions there. I think he was in a short, The Last Real Cowboys. And then he's in a movie called The Man Who Wasn't There. Now, I talked about this movie before. Again, this is another movie I think a lot of people skipped. But again, really good movie. I definitely recommend it. Billy Bob's, yeah, I've noticed that. Like, he'll do some of these, kind of low budget movies, or not. I mean, obviously every movie costs money to make, but nothing too extravagant. It's more about like the character. And again, movies like A Simple Plan, this movie, The Man Who Wasn't There, is one of them. A laconic chain-smoking barber blackmails his wife's boss and lover for money to invest in dry cleaning, but his plan goes terribly wrong. Well, I'm seeing a pattern with Billy Bob Thornton. Every time he's in a situation, he gets some money. It doesn't seem to work out. I mean, my God, this is, can't something work out, please? Jesus. So you got Billy, of course, obviously. Frances McDormand, excellent actress. Michael Badalucco, James Gandolfini, rest in peace to him. Catherine Borowitz, John Polito, who might have one of the most kick-ass mustaches in movie history. Scarlett Johansson was in this one too. I totally forgot about that. Richard Jenkins, Tony Shalhoub. Yeah, you got a pretty good cast here. I forgot a lot of these people were in this movie, but the movie's in black and white. Okay, but it still came out in 2001, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it kind of adds to the mystique there, and it does make the chain smoking that much more cooler. I don't know what it is with black and white movies and seeing people just smoke one after another. It does make it that much more cooler. I don't know why, it just does. But great movie. If you got the chance, check it out. And he's in a movie called Daddy and Them. And then afterwards, he did a movie called Bandits, okay, with Bruce Willis here, who, I know Bruce Willis's health is not the best at this point. I hope he gets better. I heard a thing that Quentin Tarantino wants Bruce Willis to be in his last movie. I hope that's true. I mean, that'd be awesome. This is a good little movie. Again, nothing too spectacular, but I thought it was a good little movie. Two bank robbers fall in love with the girl they've kidnapped. Now, again, that's a pretty. I mean, that might be one of the shortest descriptions for a movie I've ever seen on IMDb, but a little more complicated than that. But the way they break out of jail, I thought that was kind of funny. Again, I don't want to give anything away with this movie because it is a good little buddy movie. And I believe this is the first movie I ever saw Cate Blanchett in. She's great in it. Yeah, the pairing with these three is pretty good. Yeah, it's, picture if you're all bank robbers and, and then all of a sudden you're in a love triangle. Oh my God. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me, but, or I want to happen to me, but, no, I don't want that. I don't want to share. I don't know. I mean, didn't Bruce at the time have Demi Moore? Listen, Bruce has got Demi, Billy's got, Joel Lee here. Jesus, I mean, what a fucking life, folks. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good little movie. I mean, they get the best rating, 6.5. I've said this before. 6.5 rating is like basically on the cusp. Like you're either gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. But I liked it. It's actually one of my favorite Bruce Willis movies. I think it's an underrated one, to be honest. But I thought it was pretty good. So if you want, check it out. Then in that same year, he did a movie called Monsters Ball. Okay, so again, ladies and gentlemen, if you can do anything with Halle Berry, my God, this is what a beautiful life. After a family tragedy, a racist prison guard. I'm just watching the clips here. I totally forgot Diddy was in jail in this movie. Oh, the irony. A guard re-examines his attitude while falling in love with the African-American wife of the last prisoner he executed. Oh boy, this like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. Yeah, so Halle Berry did get the Academy Award for this movie. They have a very intense, almost. It seems a little angry, the love scene between her and Billy Bob Thornton. Heath Ledger plays his son in here. Rest in peace. I did a whole podcast about him. There's more to meets the eye than that guy. I mean, there was a lot more of that guy. We lost that guy way too soon. But Peter Boyle's in the movie too. Yasin Bey, who a lot of people know as Mos Def, very, very underrated rapper, singer. I mean, even to this day. But people that know rap, know about him, of course. This is a good little movie. Very, as you can imagine, where the setting takes place in this movie, a person like Billy and Hallie would not necessarily hook up. You know what I mean? So of course, they got that going for them, and deals with a lot of issues. I mean, let's be honest, it's still going on today, folks, in certain places, certain countries, U.S. of A, and it is what it is. But it's a good movie. I liked it. So if you got the chance to see it, I would see it for sure. Then he did a movie, TV movie, Cat Dog: The Great Parent Mystery. Voiceover, why not? I mean, why not? Then he did a movie called The Badge. Another movie, Waking Up Reno. Another movie, Levity. Intolerable Cruelty. A couple. I don't know, not so good ones. Love Actually. Listen, I've heard enough about this movie. He plays the U.S. president in this one. Really? Okay. I'm straight. I've never seen this movie, so I know it's a holiday movie, or women like this. It's a dating. I don't care. I don't care. You know what I care about, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Folks and ladies and gentlemen, I did just say that. Yes, what I care about, okay, is the holiday season, and what I really care about is Santa Claus. Maybe not as much as Billy Bob Thornton. Okay, I never got into any fights. I think the majority of my friends did believe in Santa Claus. That's why we remained friends. But before a little movie called Bad Santa, where he didn't play Old Saint Nick. He played Santa Claus in the mall, but his name was Willie, I.E., not with a Y, I.E. And before this, you never really saw that many Christmas movies that were R-rated, or in the DVD world at this time, unrated. Apparently, there's 3 different versions of this movie. There's the theatrical cut, the normal one, and the unrated. I don't know what the fuck the difference is, but I don't know. I think I just saw the unrated one, which I'm a slave to trends. When DVDs were coming out around this time, being popular, and we had to have that unrated version. Oh my God, the unrated. If you see the other one, you're stupid. You gotta see the unrated. But you never saw a lot of R-rated movies involving Christmas and Santa Claus. But and a lot of people were like, "Hey, is this movie gonna do well?" And whatever, who knows? But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, this movie kicks ass, and it kicks ass so much that I did a whole podcast on just Bad Santa. So I'm not gonna talk a lot about it because I went to deep depth into the one podcast there. So if you want, check it out. But I will say this, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, he did an awesome job, and this is in the Christmas rotation every year because it is just fucking funny. I mean, it's got an awesome cast. You got good old Billy Bob Thornton, Bernie Mac, who I missed the fuck out of. I mean, that guy, oh man, another guy we lost way too soon. John Ritter, of course, again, another guy we lost way too soon. But some of my favorite scenes in the movie are just John Ritter and Bernie Mac going back and forth, because it's just like Bernie Mac's just doing his thing, and John Ritter's just trying to be like this nice church guy almost, and it just, like everyone's got, like pretty much every person in this movie is just a bad person or an asshole, and John Ritter's just trying to bring some kind of good Christmas spirit to this movie. I mean, obviously the kid in the movie is a good kid, but Tony Cox, who does a great job as Marcus. Lauren Graham plays I guess in the end she plays Mrs. Claus, I guess. Yeah, this is a great movie. So like I said, I'm not gonna go really into depth about this. I already talked about this before with descriptions and all that, but everybody did a great job with this movie, and it's funny. It really is funny, and it's good to see that. I mean, you knew somebody had to do a movie about, not your traditional Santa Claus going down the chimney, and just, what if Santa Claus was an asshole? What if he was a bank robber, or whatever, ripping off safes every year, with his fellow elf friend, and, it had to be told eventually, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. But, yeah, excellent movie. I watch it every Christmas. I love it. Absolutely love it. So if you have not seen 2003's Bad Santa, I don't know. It's time to break the normal Christmas tradition. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, you should stop watching Home Alone every year, because I fucking love that movie too. But you got to throw Bad Santa in the mix as well. So there you go. And he did a movie called Crystal. Another movie called The Alamo. I mentioned that before. And then, I don't know, for some reason they put Bad Santa deleted an alternate scene. So I guess maybe that's the unrated director's cut version, whatever. I don't know. It gets confusing after a while. I don't know. But again, this movie kicks ass. We all know that. One thing I do want to mention, though, that one scene where he's passed out on the stair, or not the staircase, but the electrical stairs there going up. He was actually drinking that day, and I mean, there's a whole list of shit that he would drink every day, but he actually did pass out, and then he woke up on top, and he was in the scene. So yeah, again, the commitment to this little thing we called method acting is beautiful. But again, they did make a second one. I'll talk about that in a bit. Should they make a third one? But the first one is just a classic. We all know that. Then he's in a movie called Friday Night Lights. I never saw this movie. I heard a lot of great things about this movie. I've heard even the show that they made afterwards about this movie is even better. I did talk about a little bit of him, I think, being the coach there. But I should check this one out. I've never seen this one, but I'm told it's pretty good. Cat Dog, the TV series he did, voiceover there. Bad News Bears. Okay, so I'll just say this, just before I go a little bit ahead here. There's a lot of movies that he did where, like after Bad Santa, where he's basically playing that same role, or he was kind of stereotyped for that role, except without the Santa suit, right? So I mean, listen, I love the original with Walter Matthau. I remember me and my buddy, we wanted to go to the drive-in, okay? And he was driving a truck. I think Billy Bob Thornton would be proud here. We're up north there. And we were going to see, I think it was a double header with Bad News Bears and The Wedding Singer. And because he was driving a truck, we had to park in like the sixth row, and we didn't want to sit all the way back. We want to sit in the front. We're first come first serve here. So we were pissed off. He's driving out there. We get the refund there. We go to another theater just to see Wedding Crashers. So I could have ended up seeing Bad News Bears, but I didn't. And judging by the review here, 5.8 out of 10. I'm probably glad I didn't. I can't imagine the kids saying the same things that they did back in the day. So I don't know. I can't imagine this movie being, as good as the last one. So, or the first original one with Walter Matthau. So, I don't know what to tell you. Then he was in a movie called The Ice Harvest. I think I did see this one. This one's okay. It's all right. School for Scoundrels. This one's all right too. This was done by Todd Phillips, the same guy who did Hangover, Joker. This one's okay. This one's not as known as the other, more known as the other ones, but it's all right there. It's got the, what's his name, the Napoleon Dynamite there. I don't know. I saw that guy in a commercial recently. I don't know, but boy, did they fuck up that franchise, eh? I mean, they could have made a sequel. They made a cartoon, but it was like 10 years later. I don't know what happened there, man. They did not cash in on that franchise properly, but I don't know. What are you going to do? And he did a movie called The Astronaut Farmer, which, I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming both jobs you got to wake up early. Mr. Woodcock. I get it, Mr. Woodcock. I know. Okay. The Eagle Eye, which it's got the fucking jerk off motherfucker Shia LaBeouf, who I fucking hate him. I think he's a fucking jerk off. And this movie sucked too. The Informers. It's got nothing to do with that song, but I'm assuming. I never saw the movie. The Smell of Success, another movie he did, video game voiceover for Deadly Creatures. Another movie called Faster. He was in Puss in Boots. He did a voiceover in that one. I enjoy these movies. I mean, nothing. I mean, they're not as good as Shrek, but whatever. Jane Mansfield's Car. I mentioned that before. He directed that one. The Baytown Outlaws, Parkland, Cut Bank. He was in an episode of Robot Chicken there. I love that cartoon. That's funny. Yeah, a lot of, yeah, he did, yeah. All these movies I've never heard of. That's why I'm skipping over them. I don't know. I'm just saying. The Judge. Yeah, I do remember this movie. This is the one with Robert Downey Jr., right? I think. Yeah, and Robert Duvall. Interesting fact, they tried to get Jack Nicholson for the Robert Duvall role, but I don't know, he didn't want to do it. I think at that point he was just about retiring there. So, but this movie's all right. It's all right. Big city lawyer Hank Palmer returns to his childhood home where his father, the town's judge, is suspected of murder. Hank sets out to discover the truth. You can't handle the truth. No, I don't know. I don't see him doing that again. Along the way, he reconnects with his estranged family. So there you go. That's it. Yeah, it's a good little movie. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, I liked it. Why don't you check it out for yourself? Then he's an episode of The Big Bang Theory, which I'm going to be honest, I never saw the big deal with this show. I don't know. I always found it funny that Family Guy made fun of it, and then ever since Family Guy made fun of it, it started getting popular. I don't know. That's just me. I caught that, but I don't know. Into the Grizzly Maze. He was in the movie Entourage, which didn't do nearly as good as the show. Although I heard they're going to bring back the show, so I don't know what's going to happen there. Another movie, Our Brand is Crisis. Then he did the TV movie, which I don't think it was a TV movie, but Trailer Park Boys, Drunk, High, and Unemployed. I love these guys. I love the Trailer Park Boys. If you are Canadian, it is a staple, in our culture. You know, they always think Canadians are nice, and then I tell them, watch Trailer Park Boys. That's the reality, folks. Especially after these cold winters, it's not going to help. But he played himself there. Did one episode of American Dad. He did a Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, Uniform Charlie Kilo, and of course they had to do a sequel to Bad Santa called Bad Santa 2. Why did they make it 13 years later? Who the fuck knows? But I think it was too late. I don't know. It was okay. I mean, it has its moments, but it's not the original. They took too long, man. I don't know why they waited so long for this one, but people always point out too, like Kathy Bates plays Billy Bob Thornton's mother, and she's not that much older than Billy Bob Thornton. I mean, they should have just made them like brother and sister or something. But they got Tony Cox back. Of course, in the meantime, Bernie Mac and John Ritter passed away there. But then again, I don't know. Bernie Mac didn't make it. I don't know, to the end there either. But anyways, Christina Hendricks, she's awesome. But again, Mike Starr. If you don't know who Mike Starr is, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is fucking awesome. He plays Jolly Santa. He was the clown in Uncle Buck, but he's played numerous roles since then, obviously. He's just one of those guys like, oh yeah, that's that guy. I thought that was one of the funnier scenes where he fights the other Santa Claus there. But, I mean, it's okay. It's, yeah. They waited too long. I think they just waited too long, and I don't know. I kind of doubt you'll see a third one. I doubt it. But ladies and gentlemen, ever since the movie Fargo, they've done a TV show called Fargo. And I don't know if, in the beginning there, they say based on a true story there, and you're like, there's no fucking way. I don't know why they keep doing this. But they keep just saying that just to kind of get you into the story. So, I don't know. I knew it was too good to be true when I watched that first season of Fargo. And, they said a Greek found the suitcase of money in the snow there, But I did believe, I mean, if that did happen, he would open a grocery store. Listen, as a Greek, I completely believe that. Absolutely. Oliver Platt, I mean, he could have worked on his accent a little bit. I do love the guy, but I'm just saying it could have, I don't have the produce ready for this today. It could have worked on it a little bit, but that's okay. The point is, he was in this, surprise, surprise, he played a bad guy in this one, Billy Bob Thornton, and a character named Lauren Malvo. And one of the scenes I do remember is Colin Hanks, which by the way did a great job with him and Ryan Reynolds on the documentary John Candy, I Like Me. If you have not seen that documentary, it's awesome. It is a really good documentary. But there's a scene where he plays a cop and he pulls over Billy Bob Thornton, and I've never seen anybody talk their way out of a ticket, not long probably not get arrested. And again, I don't want to give it away, but you should watch that one scene. I mean, he's really, Thornton's really good in that scene. I mean, he's great in the whole season, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I mean, overall, it's a great series. I mean, they go back and forth, and all these weird stories end up in Fargo, but apparently they're all bullshit. But the point is, he was great in this series. It's a great show. Every cast is different every season, and they like to mix it up. It's pretty good, so check it out. Then he was in a movie called A Million Little Pieces, movie London Fields, Hollywood.con, not com, con, C-O-N. Then he was in a TV show called, I mentioned this before, Goliath. Now, it's got a great rating, 8.1 out of 10. I'll be honest with you, I've never watched this show. I don't, it only lasted, looks like, 4 or 5 seasons there. But yeah, it's got a pretty good rating. I mean, for a TV show, 8 out of 10, that's good. A disgraced lawyer, now an ambulance chaser, gets a case that could bring him redemption or at least revenge on the firm that expelled him. Ugh. Do we not all want to get revenge on our ex-bosses? Of course we do. My God. Yeah, I didn't see this one, but again, I'm judging by the rating. I'm sure a lot of people did, so I have to check out a few episodes here and there. But yeah, there you go. Then he was in one episode of the TV miniseries 1883, which, I mean, is that one of those Yellowstone spin-offs? Probably, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. There's just so many of these shows about the cowboys and all that. I tend to lose track sometimes. But The Gray Man, he was in that. That movie sucked. Harley Quinn, the TV series, loaned his voice out for that one. Devil's Peak, which is another movie he did. He did a movie called Standing on the Shoulders of Kitties, where he plays himself, Billy Bob Thornton, which is the cast of, the people from the Trailer Park Boys. Anything the Trailer Park Boys, do, I'm down. Seems like I don't know, watching this movie, it looked like they all had a lot of fun making this movie, so that's pretty cool. And ladies and gentlemen, recently, he's doing a little show called Landman, which has a current rating of 8.2 out of 10, and he plays a character named Tommy Norris. And I know I said before about him quitting smoking. You wouldn't know it by watching this show. A modern-day tale of fortune seeking in the world of West Texas oil rigs. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if the Beverly Hillbillies taught me anything, okay, that oil is worth a shit ton. And whoever controls it, the manufacturing of it, all that, you're gonna live a pretty good life. But at the same time, it comes with a price. Okay, a lot of people want to hone in on this business. He's got to deal with a lot of the legal shit, a lot of the illegal shit as well. His ex is played by Ali Latar. I fucked that one up. We all know her from Varsity Blues. We all know what a woman can do with whipped cream. By the way, it's just shaving cream. It wouldn't be whipped cream because then it would just melt under the lights. Shaving cream is better for that. I've done research. It is what it is. But the point is two things. One, if you're going to get freaky with your woman with whipped cream, especially the one that, the one that shoots out of the can there, the smell from the gas from it, it might ruin the mood a bit. So just a heads up there. You might want to use maybe like Cool Whip for that. Second, does she get naked in this one? Possibly in the first episode. I don't know. I do. But the point is, she's beautiful. She kicks ass in this. She basically keeps Billy Bob Thornton's character at bay. And I've always said, for every, and a lot of people have said this too, for every powerful man, they need a powerful woman, So they kind of go back and forth with their relationship there. Pretty much a newer cast of people here. Jacob Loflan plays his kid, does a good job there. Michelle Randolph plays his daughter. She's a knockout. She's beautiful too. Yeah. Listen, any show with her, Ellie Landry, Ellie Landry was the Doritos girl, the one that Mario Lopez married and then cheated on her while he was on his honeymoon. Yes, that's how much ass this guy gets. My God, fucking AC Slater, Jesus Christ. Ali Latar, I'm sorry. Paulina Chavez, Kayla Wallace, John Hamm is in this show. I wouldn't expect him for the second season. Let's just say that. But again, like I mentioned before, Demi Moore is in this, and looks like she's gonna have more of a bigger role in the second season. So far it's just the first season. The second season is coming up very soon. But Colm Fiore, I believe I said that right. I'm not entirely sure, but Canadian boy, I recognize this guy. It's good to see. How ironic is it to see a very Canadian actor in a very American Texas show? I love it. I think it's awesome. He's a great actor. But yeah, this is you think working on an oil rig is easy, because a lot of people just hear, oh, these guys are making a shit ton of money. But yeah, no, you got to go away for a very long time. You're not seeing your family anytime soon. There's one scene, I don't want to give it away, but the guy is, let's say he's sitting on a big pile of iron pipes, And you used to play that, game as a kid, like King of the Mountain, whatever. So, but that you play on sand or snow, whatever. I'm not saying this guy was playing that game, but it goes south very fast. Let's just say that. And it's a very, it's a really fucked up scene. But basically what I'm trying to say is his job is not easy. And the littlest thing goes wrong, it could lead to something fatal. Even something simple as, using a wrench, turning fixing something that you think is going to be quick on an oil rig, it could turn into, disaster like that. So it really gives you that aspect of, this is not an an easy job, you know. But what I love about the show is, I mean, first of all, Billy Bob Thornton's great, and I mean the whole cast is great. It's a little bit of everything, you know. You got your action, you got your drama, you got your jokes. I mean, there's one buddy there. He's I just waiting at the hospital. He's eating a bag of chips, and somebody goes up to him and says, "Look, why are you eating that shit?" And he goes, "How bad could it be? It's in a vending machine at the hospital." You know, so I mean, do I agree with him? I mean, there's a part fat guy in me that says yes. You know, I mean, how bad could it be if it's in a hospital? But you know, a little jokes like that I love. You know, but I played the one scene at the beginning of the podcast there, and yeah, you don't realize like how valuable oil is. And again, yeah, it is. It's a very toxic thing, but the irony is, it provides a lot of shit, man. I mean, yeah. So there's like protesters out there. We don't need plastic. We don't. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, you know, like we don't have it, then we're fucked. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. It's a look. You know, I don't think there's a whole political thing, whatever. But yeah, it's the cost of doing business. I mean, yeah. I mean. You know, I mean, God only knows how much plastic have we, you know, accidentally or, you know, let's be honest, on purpose, eaten, you know, with our foods and all that over the years. I mean, could some of it be preventable? Yeah, but a lot of it, it provides for a lot of shit, you know. So this show kind of puts that in perspective. You know, what are you gonna do? You know, it's a TV show based on real things, okay? But at the same time, keep in mind, it is a TV show. Let's try not to make this a political thing. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Billy Bob Thornton, he's killing it on the show. I mean, again, this is almost like his, you know, another like kind of personal project with him. You know, so it's a great show. Like I said, catch up on the first season. The second season is coming soon, and. I don't know. Like my guess is here to stay. I don't see the show going anywhere. I mean, I'm sure it'll last at least 4 or 5 seasons, and well deserving. It's a great show. So again, the show is called Landman. Landman is one word, by the way. You never know sometimes, right? Yeah. You know, it's like a lot of people forget that like a lot is, you know, a space lot. You know, whatever. But yeah, it's a great show. So check it out. Don't check out The Electric State, which is a really, I can't believe, I heard Netflix spent like $350 million for this fucking movie. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. Clearly Netflix, you've missed the point of Netflix, is that you don't have to spend a lot of money for great shows. That's the whole point of Netflix. But, oh my God, please skip this one. So yeah, like I said, he's got Landman coming up. You know, that's coming up soon, the second season here. He's got a few things coming up. That's one of them. And another one looks like a movie, If These Walls Could Rock. Sometimes they talk, sometimes they rock. Oh, is that Slash? There you go. Rock stars, wild parties, and untold stories come alive at LA's iconic Sunset Marquise Hotel, where music legends created unforgettable moments during the hedonistic peak of 70s and 80s rock culture. Fuck yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming they're getting a lot of these rockers telling these stories, what's going on. A lot of great people here. Look at this. Bruce Springsteen, Ringo Starr, Slash, Dave Grohl, who I think is a fucking god. I love you, buddy. Sheryl Crow, Morrissey, Cyndi Lauper, Richard Marx, Joe Bonamassa, Phil Collin, Kelly Cutrone, Roger Daltrey, which, by the way, he said one of the funniest things on Howard Stern one day. He's being interviewed by Stern there, and like Stern asked him, like, well, like, you know, you're seeing all these women, you know, but you're married, like, I don't know, what do you do? What do you tell your wife? And he goes, listen, Howard, I sat down with my wife one day and I said, I'm the lead singer of The Who. I mean, like, again, I am not saying it's right and wrong. Who am I to judge? But I'm just saying that's a rock star, man. I mean, my God. But again, it looks like this is going to be just a series of people sitting down and telling their stories, and I don't know, will it be reenacted? I don't know, who knows? But I don't know. It looks, hey man, I'm the type of person that enjoys a good story. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, selfless plug coming up. If you enjoy good stories, especially about online dating, which my God, that is a fucking cesspool right there. Go onto YouTube and please subscribe to my channel at the Malaka Podcast 416. Or if you're a fan of Chuck Norris, who is his own rock star by himself, at the Chuck Norris channel. Or if you got TikTok brain like most of us do these days, go on TikTok and subscribe to my channel there. Okay, I've already been canceled twice. Third time is the charm. At the Malaka Podcast 647. Ladies and gentlemen, do I think Billy Bob Thornton should have a podcast? Why not? But I think he's a little busy at this point here, with all the shows and movies. And Angelina Jolie, my God. We've all seen the movie Gia, right? Yeah, unrated? Okay. Well, if you haven't, then go. The point is, overall, I've done a lot of joking here, but he seems like a pretty cool, down-to-earth dude. I mean, he seems like a guy that's very grateful for everything he's done. Even on Rogan podcast, I mean, a lot of people say he's a bit of an asshole and what. I don't. I mean, I'm not trying to kiss his ass or nothing. I just don't see it. I mean, he said he's blown up a couple times on set, but that's because he's directing. So I don't know if you can't be a director, and blow up a few times there, then you're not a fucking director. But again, I don't know. He just seems like a very average Joe type that's very grateful for everything, that's being given to him and all the opportunities. And, with the TV show Landman here, I mean, I think he's got another hit on his hands. And he seems very grateful to me. I'm a little concerned about the smoking. I'm just like, I smoke a few cigarettes here and there. But I don't know, it does keep the weight down. That's the thing. I mean, in the beginning of the Rogan podcast too, he's like, I wish I could go back to being a kid and eating whatever I want and whatever. And I get it, and I don't know, every day I try to eat something that's green and, just for my body's sake. And it's tough. It gets, but I don't know, I think he's like 70 and he's in pretty good shape. So I don't know. I mean, I'm judging him about the smoking, but then again, Keith Richards. But then again, Keith Richards quit a few years ago, if you could believe that. So, but the point is, I mean, he seems to be living a pretty cool life. And, they did, I forgot to mention this, they did make a director's cut of Sling Blade. So I'm assuming that's like the final cut. So, I don't know, go fuck yourself, Harvey. But again, ladies and gentlemen, we could use more, down-to-earth, grateful guys like Billy Bob Thornton.
I got some of that potted meat and soda crackers left over if you want some.
I don't see how you can eat all that stuff then inside.
I reckon it tastes pretty good to me.
I like the way you talk.
Well, I like the way you talk.